Welcome back to the Glory Days. This is episode 33, and in this episode we are going to see how we got on in the Italian Cup against Inter, where we're in the final. We'll find out if we've managed to secure the league title, and we'll also get to the most important game of all, the Champions Cup final. And we will do our end of season review. So if you're looking forward to find out how we got on, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. We head into our first Italian Cup final since I took charge. And if we were to win it, it'd be the first since 2001. We've had a decent record against Inter in the previous games this season. Quickly check what the form has said for Inter. They actually beat Zebra 1-0 with Martinez scoring there, so not quite going into this with as bad a form as maybe I was hoping they would. And we're going into it Biraghi, Todibo, Mefum, Odriozola at the back, Koopmeiners, Castrovoli and Zaracho midfield, Trincao, Origi and Vlahovic up front. And we're hoping that this is the team that's going to win this for us. 3 wins in our last 5 games, 1 loss which was against Bayern. That's quite respectable. 4 wins and 1 loss for Inter. That was the Lazio one where they lost 4-0. And we kick off this final. Getting the first couple of chances, having the most of the possession early on. Opportunity here, we get it all the way out to Origi. Tries to put it back into the box, but it's cleared. Odriozola collects it, back to Mefum. I've actually been calling Nefum for this entire season. We've got Origi. Vlahovic plays a nice little one-touch play there. Origi got in, but he couldn't finish it. Get a corner. Biraghi. Gets in towards Vlahovic, but it's cleared by the Inter defence. Remains 0-0 for this first half. Mefum played a wild ball out. Martinez should have taken advantage, but he hits the bar. We get a little bit lucky there. We're at their half again. Zaracho plays it into Origi. Origi, is he going to be greedy? He isn't. He does so and he gets it picked off from Brozovic. Now it's a chance to run at our defence, but we defend it well. Vlahovic runs around the defender like he's not there. Into Origi. Plays it back into Vlahovic. This time he does not miss. He's in the 6-yard box and he thumps it past the goalkeeper. 1-0 just before half time. That could be a very important goal. Inter trying to get back at us though, but we defend it so well. Mefum there picked it off. Another ball through to Vlahovic. Vlahovic is in the box, but he has to go to the byline. Crosses in towards Origi, but Origi hits the post. Gotta say, I thought a few more fans would have turned up for this game, but pretty empty stadium considering we haven't won this since 2001. Should be packed in here. Castrovoli seems to have picked up an injury, so bring on Pulgar. We'll leave Koopmeiners on for the moment, but for safety's sake we may take him off in 15 minutes or so, just to ensure there is no red card in this game. Dumfries on this right hand side to Korea. Traore, Barella. Over to Korea again. He runs down this right hand side, he's in the box. Dragowski makes a great save though. We're at the hour mark. We do have some tired legs. I wanted to take off Koopmeiners, but he's not the most tired. We're going to have to take off Zaracho. Omada can also come on, keep his development moving. Mefum. To Koopmeiners now. Tried to find Trincao, but it's a poor ball that. Inter collect it really easily. Out towards Mahrez. That sliding challenge by Biraghi was a little bit risky considering he's on a yellow. Dumfries has got it. A great save by Dragowski there. Shot came from outside the box. May have caught him by surprise, but he did well. And Todibo clears it from the corner. Made all the changes, so it's a case of can we see this game out now? Inter are very tired. They look like they've gave it all they can. Gonna try and lower this. Increase the time wasting for the last 10 minutes. Hopefully get some set pieces. Seem to have forced us back here. We're in our defence, playing it around rather riskily as Inter really press high. Very, very wide as well with these wingers. Person's picked it up here. Does get the cross in. Max can't quite get his header towards the goal. And that does see us win the Italian Cup. The first real piece of major cup silverware that we've collected. Super Cup's been deemed irrelevant, but we can finally add this onto the list of honours. It was quite an even game, but you can actually see that Inter did tire towards the end there. Couldn't really come at us to make a difference. Well, that's quite interesting. The team that knocked us out the past 2 occasions, Zebra, are the people who picked it up for the last 3 seasons. So we finally get away from them. We're currently 1 point ahead of Inter with a game in hand. We have 3 games only left of the season. 2 of those are against relatively beatable sides, Sassuolo in 10th, Udinese in 12th. The final match is against Zebra. We're currently in 6th place, so I'll play these off the camera unless we go on a really barren streak and it looks like the last game is going to be important. But if we win the game against Sassuolo and we go back 4 points ahead of Inter, then we'll just come back for the Champions Cup final. So let's see how it goes. I was considering showing you the Zebra game if it was going to be important, but we have just secured our 3rd title in a row with 2 games left to play, which are Zebra and Udinese. Inter, who were our competition this season, failed to win their last match, only managing a draw with Milan, which is what's given us the title. They also lost that game to Lazio. Interestingly, they got absolutely thrashed by Barcelona in the Champions Cup knockout round. We ended up doing the same to Barcelona in the next round. So that has seen us get the treble. The Super Cup, the Italian Cup are all finalised. So now the remaining 2 games in the league don't really matter much. We could lose both of them, which we wouldn't want to do for momentum's sake. But theoretically they don't matter, so we won't show them. We'll go straight on to the Champions Cup final. And it's here, the European Champions Cup final. Can we beat Liverpool? That is the question. And this is how we're going to line up for this game. We have Dragowski in goal, Igor, Milinkovic, Todibo and Bellerin at the back. Milinkovic does join back into the team, but he can only play for 1 half. Then we have Koopmeiners, Torreira and Zarracho in midfield, Trincao, Gonzalez and Vlahovic up front. Our form's been good running up to this. Liverpool's hasn't been so good. That's interesting. 2 losses, 2 draws and only 1 win in the last 5 games. I'm going into this fully expecting to be beaten, but on that we could be in with a chance. I'm actually just going to put Milinkovic back in his usual position on the right. We have a chance here straight away. Milinkovic is the one who gets up for the header. Puts it just over the bar though. This is a huge game for us. We're very good defensively normally, but Liverpool are a real tough challenge. Robertson linking up with Mbappe. Henderson runs through our midfield there, gets it through to Mbappe. He runs straight in, but Bellerin's there. Van Dijk now to Henderson. Henderson's really pulling the strings from inside midfield and he gets it to Haaland, but Haaland flies over the bar. That is the danger of Liverpool. On this left hand side now, Igor. Koopmeiners to Milinkovic. Milinkovic comes over to Trincao. Trincao tries a ball over the top to Gonzalez, but it doesn't come off. Alisson now plays it through to Nanzu. Over this side to Salah, who plays a really quick ball to Haaland, and Haaland's in, but again it's a wild shot. They're getting chances, so we have to be careful here. Zarracho is also taking a bit of a knock. We may have to sub him. He's been so important for us this run up to the end of the season. Haaland to Marcos. Marcos runs through, but Dragowski makes an incredible save there. They got a corner now, which is flying into Haaland, and Haaland puts it wide. He's had 3 good opportunities. Robertson throwing to Mbappe. And it goes, Igor clears it but only as far as Marcos. Fabinho gets it back in, Salah's there, and he does not miss. I've got to hope this one's offside. And it has been disallowed. It's a good offside trap, which we're not actually trying to do. And we go in here. At half time, Liverpool have controlled this game. We need to be a lot better going back out here. Yep, so I've sent them out saying that we have to be more positive, we have to be more creative, because we haven't made many chances except for the very beginning of the game. We're going to try and play them at their own game for a little bit longer. If that does not work, we're going to have to revert to the fluid counter-attack which we played against Bayern. Mbappe is really not having a good game for them, but Haaland is, which is worrying. I think we need to make some changes. We have a lot of tired legs. Unfortunately, Trincao, I don't really want to take him off though, because he's probably the most creative player we've got on that right hand side. We still only had 1 shot in this whole half. It's been controlled by Liverpool. I think we will go fluid counter-attack. Going to try and hit them on the break. It does mean they're going to have more pressure on us though. I'm not sure we can take that pressure as good defensively as we are. Vlahovic heads on, but there's just no one in front of him. I think we have to change him. When we played Bayern as well, we made him a complete forward, but we made him more of a support role. So he brings those inside inverted wingers and inside forwards a bit closer to him. I think we'll put Gonzalez on the right now and bring on Almada for a little bit of creativity in there. And just some fresh legs. It's well defended there by Igor. He's quite good in the air, which is a bit unique for a left back. Vlahovic gets involved there as that complete forward role. Now breaks forward. Bellerin's got a chance here to get the ball in. Torreira controlling at the back here. Gets the ball into Gonzalez, and Gonzalez does score. We've suddenly gone 1-0 up against Liverpool. There's no threat of offside. Just a great bit of play here. You can see Torreira and Bellerin controlled it. Then he gets a lovely cross in. Gonzalez there, and that volley was superb. We're going to continue with the changes though because Trincao was tired. We only have 4 minutes to go now. I'm going to have to go, you know me, we're going to have to go into play for set pieces. Lots and lots of time wasting. We're reducing that tempo. And hopefully see this out. Can we hold this out for another 3 minutes? Well, it's 5 minutes actually of extra time. We fire it forward to Koopmeiners. Koopmeiners managed to head it on. Gonzalez brings it all the way down now. Got Torreira. We give it away. Liverpool going to have the last opportunity. He plays it through to Mane. Mane gets in. He hits the post. Can you believe it? He's hit the post. I thought that was it. But they've got a corner. This is the last kick of the game now. The corner. Gonzalez managed to head it clear. Alexander-Arnold with a chance to get back in. Igor clears it. And we have won a Champions League. I cannot believe this. This has been one of the most pleasant saves I've ever had in Football Manager. I can't remember the last time I won the Champions League with a team meant to be this far off the top. And also to win the league every season is completely unexpected. But we've managed it. We walk away with the Champions League after a 1-0 victory against Liverpool, where Liverpool were absolutely dominant. They should have scored about 5 goals. Had they had their shooting boots on, we would not be walking here with a respectable scoreline. You can see the game completely in control by Liverpool. 27 shots, 11 on target. Expected goals was 2. Possession was pretty even, but when we changed to that fluid counter-attack against them, that's when the chance came, and we were just hitting them on the break. Once we got that goal though, we just went into managing the game mode, slowing the pace down, trying to get some free kicks, trying to break up the play. But this is really unbelievable. I did not expect to win the Champions League, but this is definitely a Christmas and New Year's present wrapped up in one here. And that completes the quadruple. We've won every cup to which we were in this year. Super Cup, Italian Cup, the League, and now the Champions Cup. I have no idea how we can top this. I don't believe that Fiorentina have actually won the Champions Cup before. They did get to the final. They were the first Italian team to reach the final of a continental competition back in 1956-57, but they didn't win it. They did win a UEFA Cup between 1960 and 1961, and the following year, 61-62. And they won a UEFA Cup in 1989. So that is the first Champions Cup that we've brought to Fiorentina. Famous quadruple. You get 17 million as well for winning Champions Cup. You can see how important Dragowski was in that. 11 saves in the game, 8.3 rating. Absolutely formidable. We also got another 14.6 million Champions Cup revenue from the TV rights, plus 7.85 million from coefficient ranking pool money. It's quite a lucrative competition to win. 17 say about 20, over 20 million, but 28 million, almost 30 million for winning that, and all that bonuses. That's really going to help the finances, taking us up to 60 million before we get our influx of sponsorship money at the end of the season. We were all the way down at 20 million at this point. Sorry, 11.4 million we were at. We have actually spent a lot of money this season on players and wages. It costs a lot to keep Vlahovic, but our wage budget has been increased next season to 2.2 million, which will really help. That means that we can bring in 2 players without selling, although we are likely to sell some. We also got 19 million in the transfer budget for next season already, but we do have a couple of transfers lined up. So we are really bringing in for the future. So we've got Eloy Pompey, who's going to come in. He's a midfielder centre and attacking midfielder left. He looks very good. Young Argentinian, popped up in our scout reports. With these kind of stats at the age of 18, we could not say no. He is due to arrive on the 1st of July, as soon as the transfer window opens. We've also got Lucho Cabero, another 18-year-old, Ecuadorian this time, who looks exceptionally good striker. So he's going to provide backup to both Sesko and Vlahovic next season. Look at these stats. He's got great anticipation, great decision making, okay composure for an 18-year-old. Off the ball movements, all good. Can play in a deep line forward, also complete forward, target forward, advanced forward at the moment, and plays that pressing forward role which we've been using. So he looks very good. He's going to have to somehow get a lot of playing time. So I'm not really sure where we go with this save, because the whole point was to bring back the glory days for Fiorentina. I think that by winning the quadruple, winning the Champions Cup, we have done that. The question is, would you like to see more? Would you like to see us try and win the competitions that come from winning the Champions Cup next season, or do those not really matter to you? It'd be interesting to find out. So if you have a preference, if you want to see this save continue, if you'd like to see us try and move to another team and continue this save, do let me know in the comments below. I'll have a think myself on where we go from here. We have our end of season review. You can see that all our new arrivals really played well this season. Bellerin ended up really great. Right back, he played a good few games at the end. I even played in the Champions Cup final. Trincao was a fabulous signing, 7.39, 7 goals, 7 assists in his time there. We got him for about 20 million, he's now worth 53 million. Really great stats all over the pitch, good winger. Sesko, tall forward that we've got, star player already, and competing with Vlahovic for that striker role. Chris Mepham, who I've been calling Nepham all season. Only meant to be 3-star. He seems a very good defender. He's also pretty tall, 6'3". Had a great season for us, 7.23, even scored 4 goals. Lucas Torreira, who we confirmed as a permanent signing this season, was great. Actually, had a little bit of trouble with him towards the end because he wants to play more games. I've made too many promises and broke them, that he wasn't going to trust them. It was a little bit of a sketchy process to get through, but we managed to make him happy in the end. Otherwise he would have been leaving after this season. Todibo, I was a little bit worried about his work rate, but he did well this whole season. Proved that he does have that quality to back up Milenkovic and really make us even stronger at the back. His pace really helps as well, so when he doesn't make a mistake he gets back. Kurt Mainers, another one of our signings. He really raised the bar in that midfield position. Him and Torreira can see really forming a partnership in there, with perhaps Sriracha making more of his time in the team. Odriozola we confirmed as a permanent signing this season, 28. He did actually fall a little bit behind the pecking order with Bellerin towards the end, but being an Italian, he certainly helps us with our allocations for the season, so I can see him staying. He's also been quite creative, 5 assists that he's made, 2 goals. We also brought in Balogun, who was quite good, but didn't really get enough game time for me to tell how good he is. At 22 years old, we're not going to take him up on his £50 million fee that's in the contract, the loan contract, but he's only worth 10 to 12 million. I'm not sure he's really worth going any further with. Prim was a decent backup goalkeeper when we needed him. Origi was actually quite good, but he ended up playing 22 games in the end. He started off really well, plus 8 from substitute appearances and only scoring 5, creating 4. We knew he wasn't particularly prolific when he came in, and that's kind of shown. Thiago Almada again came in, really flew off the bat when he came in. He done so well, but he kind of went off the boil, and a 6.92 tells it all. He's not really been consistent yet, but he has all the attributes to be an exceptionally good player. So let's just hope that it's just bedding in period. I would definitely say that Sesko has been the best signing so far, followed by Trincao, who's been a revelation on that right of midfield. Sesko actually won the Young Player of the Year. In terms of transfers out, Palacios ended up doing really well, which horrifies me. He was a good player, and he wasn't scoring enough, was the thing. But he's ended up scoring quite a bit, 9 goals and 7 assists is really good record. Kwame, who I really liked but had to go because we just had too many strikers, has really not had a good time so far in Shakhtar. Not scored any in his 3 appearances plus 5 substitute appearances, nothing there. Fiorentina, who was a backup right back, did play really well. I did actually quite like him, but the money that we got for him allowed us to bring in some really good quality players. The rest of them, not too interesting. Januzaj, obviously not playing that well. He did play quite well for us. He's got all the attributes to be good. Pacquiao, reasonable season since he's moved away to Monaco. Again, he's got all the attributes. I thought he was a great defender, just not a ball-playing defender. We can see a few of these youngsters who we let go, plus Martinez, who we let go for 16.5 million. Didn't really have a great season at Aston Villa. That is quite a step up in standard, that league. So that shows where he was. He was a good defender for the Italian league, but not really for the Champions Cup. Male, who always liked at the club, not really had a great season, but only played 2, and mostly been coming on as a sub. Retsos was a signing from last season who we let go. Let go for 3 million, not really again, played that well. Amrabat, another player who I quite liked, not really that well. And that's about it. Our loans out, Arne Martinez, our young centre-back, had an okay, 34 games, played for Genoa, 6.9 pretty decent for him. He's only 21, got really good stats so far. They are growing, not quite as good acceleration as I would like. Wanted to see how he falls when he comes back into the team. Matazzo as well, 22, wanted to see how he falls, but it doesn't look like he's quite developing how we want him to. It was a season to remember, so we finished first. We had a really high home attendance. I believe that was at 38 or something last season. I think it was only as low as 35 as well in the first season we arrived, so we've really brought that up. Vlahovic was our top scorer. He would have scored more if it wasn't for Sesko battling against him for that first position. We ended up winning it by 4 points. Inter didn't win that game. They only managed to draw 2 games to go, which pretty much sealed our title. Although we had a lot of draws toward the end of the season, we weren't losing matches. I think we went 20 games without defeat. It looked a little bit difficult at the beginning, but all of that changed. We got a lot more consistent again and really took home the title. In the Champions Cup, if you look at our record in Champions Cup, it's really ridiculous. We drew a Lille, then we won against Porto and Real San Sebastian, then we drew with them in the second game, and since then we've beaten every team that we've come up against. The most convincing one was the 4-0 victory over Barcelona, but we even beat Bayern Munich over 2 legs. I think that one was that was actually a loss. 3-2 loss. I think that's shown as a victory, but that's actually a 3-2 loss. It's because we went through overall. So we lost 1 game, drew 2 in that whole record of games. That even includes Liverpool, Dortmund. So that's quite a record, really. Again, Vlahovic was our top scorer in that competition. Italian Cup, we really trounced it. 6-2 victory over Lazio was the biggest one. Roma again was quite a considerable victory. In the Super Cup, we beat Zebra quite early on. It was on penalties. Our biggest win was the game against Venezia, 7-1, where Sesko got 4. This is a game we actually played a rotated squad. We didn't have Vlahovic in this team. Then we beat Milan 3-1. Vlahovic getting his goal in there. 6-2 against Lazio, which we've seen also included that thunder strike by Coop Miners. And we've built the club's reputation now from, I think it was 3.5 star when we started. Then we boosted it up to Continental either 1 or 2 seasons ago, and now it's worldwide after our victory in the Champions Cup. That's really going to help us to attract new talent. really where I want to feel for you. Do you want to see how well we develop this side after this, now that we're sort of worldwide club and we can attract all the talent to this club, and that we have a growing revenue stream? So we can see that sponsorship money has gone up this season, not by too much. Broadcast revenue went down slightly, funnily enough, but corporate and hospitality has gone up. Competition prize money doubled because we won that, and also matchday commercial revenue is up to 1.25 million. Shirt sales have really done well this season. Vlahovic, Sesko has come in there, Koopmeiners is in there as well. Two of our signings, which shows that we are signing quite well. And this is how they think that we lined up. So we've got Dragowski in goal, who's been formidable. You can see the whole team has been formidable. Vlahovic scored 39 goals in only 35 appearances. On top of that, 5 sub appearances. Koopmeiners came in. You can see Torreira there, who we confirmed. Odriozola that we confirmed this year as a transfer. Polgar still doing really well in midfield. Bragi still performing really well. You can see 7.68 in comparison to the rest of the team. That is exceptionally high. He's only second to Vlahovic. Origi came in and done really well as well there in terms of that rating. And on the accolades, I have received the Serie A Manager's Manager of the Year and Italian Serie A Manager of the Year. No surprises after what is a completely crazy season where we won everything. Vlahovic is an elite striker. He also won Young Player of the Season. Signing of the season was Sesko. Koopmeiners, goal of the season, top goal scorer Vlahovic. Bragi, most assists for the team. Vlahovic winning most player of match awards. Highest average rating again, Vlahovic. Koopmeiners, most passes completed. He's a very good player. Record breakers, we got Vlahovic up there with 39 goals. Most player of the match awards as well, 11. Igor for the worst discipline, well done him. And highest transfer fee paid was Koopmeiners, 33 million, but absolutely worth it. He's the kind of player that I want to be in the midfield, tireless, willing to fight, can also play a pass. Yep, we flew out the traps. I wouldn't say we flew out traps, I'd say we started off a little bit indifferent, but we came into form after 4 matches, and since then, we didn't look beatable at times. This is surely not repeatable. And that is where we end this season, exceeding expectations, which we've done pretty much in the past 3. It's been unbelievable, really the most enjoyable save that I've had. This one continued from the beta. I didn't want to stop it because it just started off well, it continued well, and it's really gotten 3 seasons and just got better and better. And this season really felt like the most exciting the squad has been, and it showed. We got into the final and we done something really which was completely unexpected. All of our expectations are just increasing all the time. They want us to increase the commercial revenue now, they want to sign young players to develop for profit. This has been added also. So I'm pretty sure that play possession football has been added, as has this one. They expect us to qualify for Champions Cup and reach the quarter final now as a minimum to win the league next season. In terms of dynamics, you can see that Koopmeiners is already a highly influential player. Polgar is right up there. Polgar and Bragi Milinkovic are the team leaders. I was thinking about selling Polgar, but in that case I may just try and keep him happy. We have 5 players named in European Champions Cup Dream Team. Dragowski, Todibo, Odriozola, Torreira and Vlahovic. And it was Liverpool who took the other 5, and 1 from Juve, and 1 from Zebra and Chiesa. That is quite considerable. Odriozola was second for Defender of the Season in Champions Cup. Vlahovic second for Forward of the Season, but Dragowski won the Goalkeeper of the Season. Well, this season's been something else for me, completely unexpected. It's been a super enjoyable save. We spoke about this. If you'd like to see this save continue, see how we can build this squad, do let me know. This could be a natural way to round up this save, but I'm happy to hear if you have any preference in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content, and thanks for watching.